Well, I'm gonna say this. It might be the God's Chariot, but it's not faultless. So we started digging in here. You can see she's a little bit of a mess. I've basically done oil changes. I checked the valves maybe once, twice, something like that. Maybe just once, probably, maybe twice. I don't know. Whatever. It runs like a top, so we got that going for us. But you can see there's already some things we gotta sort through here. I noticed the last ride, the chain was pretty noisy, but I mean this chain's got like 3,000 miles on it or something like that. So for a stock chain, not bad, especially in what it's being used for. But so that's a bit sloppy. But as I just spun the wheel, I was like, why is that so noisy? And I dug in here, and this guy under here, she's nice and jiggly loose. It was torqued at some point, but you know, I don't know when. And then also, here we go. You gotta jiggle it, like Klompus says. Jiggle it. So yeah, she's not perfect. I mean, that's, I guess, all right, you could blame it on me for not keeping up on it, but we'll blame KTM, so I'm not biased against the Chingading specials. Yes, this bike is not perfect. I'm trying to see some other stuff that cropped up on me. I poked it a little earlier about the muffler situation here. So, fancy new wood rack there, huh? So basically here, if you look at this, so there's an aluminum insert going through here, and then there's a rubber baby buggy bumper, and it looks like what's happened is on this one, it's basically split. So I have to get a new one of those. That's supposed to be part of that. So basically when I clamped it up into the bike, it didn't clamp all the way. So it is what it is. We'll replace that. You know, obviously we got the sweet little, yeah, that's upside down for you. We've got that on there, which basically hasn't been used because, well, I'll just say the luggage I had was crap. But we're gonna go through, this is the other crappy part of the bike. I'll touch more on this later, but these are some of the quick things. Just basically get it stripped down for kind of working through things, clean it up, make sure it's ready for this next season. But that wiring's pretty crappy. I had a moto-minded thing on there, but with what I was doing, it just bumped out the headlight too much and didn't give me any light looking forward because it's not meant to be used with the stock headlight. I made it work, but basically it lit up like 2 feet in front of the front wheel, so that's pretty crappy. But so far that's about it. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I got any play in the rear shock. So I'm trying to pick it up. No clickety clackety, so it's a good sign at the mileage. Rear moose feels like it's pretty good still. The front, and it sounds like I'm not the only one with this. My buddy who put mooses on his 350 earlier this year had the same thing as me. The front basically felt like, I don't know, 4 to 6 psi, but it's like, look at that. Now I realize this one's got probably, I don't know, 15 hours on it or something, maybe. But my buddy's was the same, and it was literally like that the day I put it on there. I love it otherwise, ride's fine, so I don't really care. And my line choices, oh, it's wonderful in the rocks and stuff, because you can just go, screw it, I'm just gonna blast through. You're far less picky about it. But yeah, I think I bent up my radiator a little bit at the last ride. I had a few stupid falls on it, but there's that. If you can see this is more of KTM's garbage wiring. That's one of the major hiccups here, but we'll go through and get her cleaned up. I'm gonna pull off the rest of the plastics here, kind of dive into things, but that's about it. Nothing major wrong, but yeah, looks like we'll probably have to get new chain sprockets for it for this next season, but what are you gonna do? And what do you think? Is that filter fresh or what, huh? Don't worry, I got a fresh one in the bag there, so that will go on there. So yeah, that's about it. Quick update. And yeah, unlike a lot of people who think they've got to, for whatever reason, apparently the bikes suck if you leave the stock thermostat in there. I think people are goofy and think that they know better than, I don't know, it's gonna get more flow or whatever, I don't know. I can understand less complexity, and on the first gen of the 350s, it interfered with the, on the opposite side here. So it was on this side, and so when you went to pull the valve cover off, it would interfere with it, and it was just a pain. Now it's tucked over here, and it's not in the way of anything. And considering I ride this thing everything from, well, high 20s to triple digit temperatures, I wouldn't even bother removing it. But that's me. So yeah, that's about it. We'll be back.